did manage to fix it. I don't think I had any I don't think there were any settings that were different from the usual. But I just enabled one that I didn't have on previously, and it worked, so. Got it to work eventually, though, so. So yeah, now I'm finally ready. I'll wait for a little bit and then I can start just in case other people are joining in. Although I'm not sure exactly how many more are joining, but yeah. And I probably will join in a couple of minutes at most. I could probably spam click a bit faster on my right hand. But I'm just experimenting with that for no reason. I'll probably join in after this one. The stream already started like several minutes later than it should have due to some errors with some things. So, yeah. All right. So yeah. There's 11 people on the server this time. Okay. Same cutscene as always, and I guess it is time almost for us to do the first round. So yeah. Now we can finally start with the first challenge being Gold Digger. It's this one in the egg challenge whose names I say a little bit more slowly most of the time to avoid any slip-ups or anything. Barely got it, that was close. So now, it is time for the nominations. So, we've got one confirm. I'll probably spare Hari, or Harry. She was pretty close. How about Nameless? Then a lab gets Harberg, and then how about Ordinary? I don't know. So Robert, a lab Herberge and Ordinary are up for elimination. So, it's time for the least interesting one to spectate. So Robert makes it out first, and then we'll be next. Nameless makes it out. So now it's... Oh, never mind. Ordinary managed to make it. But that means we have to say goodbye to Elam Huggetsbeherberge. And there she goes. And now we're down to 10. Oh, nope, we're down to 9. Alright. And now for eggs. Maybe Bean will be first. Who's gonna be next? Oh, there it is. Time to get eliminated next, immediately. And now it's Harry Styles' turn. Eliminating Robert. And Ordinary finds it again. She does not like other people finding eggs. Where did this one? Up there it is. Has found the golden egg. And eliminated Owen. So 4 remain. American Justice Doll is found in next and eliminated Ordinary. Oh, there it is. Looks like has found it, and now American Justice Doll has been eliminated. So now it's Geraldine versus. Uh-oh. Geraldine is a little too late. I think it's gonna be close. Nope. Yeah, it's a little too late. Has found the last egg, which means. Yeah, Nameless has won. All right. So now it's Leslie's turn to nominate 4 players for elimination. Of course, Owen ends up being the first one chosen. Of course, I end up being the second one chosen. And of course, Robert becomes the third one chosen as well. And then Harry is still nervous. But American Justice Doll ends up being picked last. Alright, time to enter the drop zone. Okay. I could see this one being close, but who will win? Pretty sure that still would have been my elimination if it wasn't for American Justice Doll being a little bit behind. But it was still a close one. Now we're down to 8. This seems to be one of those longer games. And now it's time for speed skating. This setup really does not seem to be ideal for speedrunning. Okay, I went way too far there. That was close, although I completely messed up after gate 14. So now we go down to 3 players nominated for elimination instead of 4. So, Nameless, Gerald and EE, and Bean have been nominated. Who will be the one eliminated this time? And now we move on to rocket launch. Okay. We've got a blue top with the green base. The green base has been taken by Bean. And so there is an early lead there. Gerald and EE has the blue top. And Nameless has the engine. Bean also has the engine. Okay. Nameless has the top now. But Gerald and E has the green base. It is... Nameless will have to get lucky with finding the green base herself. Will it show up? Gerald and E... Oh, wow. That is close. She had enough time to complete the rocket, but not enough to do it right before. Nameless. So now it's Straldany's turn to get eliminated. And now we move on to the final 7. Alright. And now to move on to Cloud 9. I have to try to go quick for all of these. Oh. Okay, I should have gotten that one first, actually. I didn't even realize those two were still back there. So now I still have to take... Okay, I'm not even close to any other interesting ones. I keep having to go for blues and reds now. Bit of a shortcut through all those. I barely even spawned near anything that time. Only 29 points that round. Robert barely overtakes Harry Styles by 2 points. All right. So, let's see what happens. Harry ends up getting chosen first, followed by Ordinary and Nameless. So once again, we have our 3 nominees. So where will they be playing this time? This time it'll be Jailbird. All right. This is one of those where the jail cell doesn't even drop yet until... Okay, let's see. Who's gonna get out first? Once again, this is hard to properly spectate. Ordinary's out first. Oh, that's another super close one. Nameless has been on the brink of elimination twice now. So now the challenge ends up being... check, maybe. Move on to the final 6 with this one. So now, here we go. Okay. That was close. Nameless is just pulling off miracles all the time. Okay, now it's a 1v1. I would not say things are entirely that interesting just yet. Okay. I am barely surviving off of these tiles. I'm just gonna despawn everything. Or as much as I can, at least. Okay. So now we return to nominations. So here we go. We do get a confirm there, but this time I will choose Bean, and I feel like Bean and Ordinary have been chosen the least out of among the other 3 here. Yeah. So now that I get to participate in Human Cannonball. Okay. So, who will be the one get eliminated this time? Ordinary and Robert both score 1 point from the first batch. I thought Ordinary missed that second one, but I guess not. Okay, that one she missed. Robert's at 4, Ordinary's at 2. Ordinary's at 3 now. Everyone's missing the targets now. Ooh, that was close. Bean barely beats out Ordinary for it. Ordinary reaches 4. Well, that was super close. Ordinary finishes first. Bean is still aiming and missing. And Robert gets the target right in front of him and finishes before Bean, who ends up getting eliminated this round. Yeah, I don't think this is true. Yeah, that one's a bit of an exaggeration. I'd say. But yeah, now there's only 5 of us. Got a bit of a 1v1 going on for the time being. Okay then. Okay, that worked. Well, that was a pretty close one, but I think that eliminated Nameless. Okay, I can dodge that, but I can't dodge that one. Oh, that was close again. Dodge. Dodge again. Okay, that worked. Alright. Over being one of those washed up celebrities. Yeah, it's not a name I hear much, really, anymore. So, let's see. Since there's only 2, only this time I will be going with Nameless, who didn't go up last time. And then a confirm from Robert seals the deal there. All right. So now it's time for Go Fish. Alright. Yeah. Oh, Nameless has returned all of a sudden. Alright. Now we move on to the final four. So now everyone in the final four has a 3 and a 7 in their win counts. Everyone in the final three now has a 3, a 0, and a 7 in their win counts. Alright. I've still got to take note of where the cage is, if I need to return to it. Okay, never mind. Alright. So yeah, Ordinary's left the server, and so has Bean. So here we go. The only players that can be nominated are myself, Hal Hannah 1, and Robert. So here we go. It is now, if it'll load, finale time. Alright, here we go. Starting off the steps, then the sweeper spinners. And this time we've got the back and forth wall finale. Alright. So, that one puts me just 3 away from tying and 4 away from getting to the leaderboard. That was a 40-minute game that usually does not happen to my knowledge, or to my experience, my small amount of experience with the games. But we only have 3 people, so I'm gonna join back into the lobby real quick. Okay. All right. We've got all of us. I think we can join in, probably. Oh, perfect timing. Oh. We do have one casualty from the teleportation glitches. But 5 out of the 6 of us were still able to make it in. Actually, wait. Never mind. Just lag and stuff, I suppose. So now all of us made it. All right. We've got all 6 of us in a 10-player lobby. Alright, here we go. Okay, now there's like so many. Everyone's in the. There's like 5 people in the same area for some reason. I'm missing a lot of these, I think. Somehow missed that ball twice. I got the last 5 in a row, I think, but that's nowhere near. It's not enough for like first place or anything. It's Owen that gets enough for the win this time around. Yeah, there's definitely a bit of a score gap between the top and bottom 5. The group talks about being eliminated at the start. I'll confirm. Never mind. Confirm, confirm, confirm. Everyone wants to confirm. But the only difference is that Owen could feel Mr. Me's confirmed before it happened, so that's why it was chosen. So we do have a last place, it seems. Yeah. It's A little late for Mimda. Almost made it to the bottom, but it's still not quite enough for survival this time. Alright then. Now we're down to 9. And so now we move on to the next challenge, which is Wally Bridge. Alright, here we go. Not the best ledge grabs so far, but it's better than completely messing up. So... okay, that one was not. Okay, that one was a bit better. Okay, there we go. That's what I was looking for. But it's still about half a second short. People talk about missing a ledge grab and being eliminated. I'll confirm again. We've got more confirms from Shrav and Mr. Me. And then the last one up will be... No One Shade Cry. All right. And now we get RNG with rocket launch. Okay then. We're all green today, except I get one of those slightly annoying edge spawns. Maybe it'll still be fine, but who knows? That could have an effect on things we don't know. We'll just have to see. Yeah, I spawned farthest away from that one. Hope that one's red. That's blue. This one's green. I need that. The people discuss a rocket launch and luck. I'll just let him grab the engine because I've got the green top piece. Nice. I'll be able to grab the engine if I can get it, if I can get to it fast enough, which I can. All right. And then in the meantime, I'll just grab the green base because why not? So yeah, now we have our next elimination being No One Shade Cry, and that brings us into the final 8. This one I've probably felt to be one of my weaknesses because I'm always way too careful with the timing of everything. Weird behavior from the shadow there at the end. Alright. So, would anyone like to confirm? I will probably. Okay. Oh. So no elimination this time. Because Owen's button was apparently the self-destruct button for some reason. The hosts of Elimination Tower getting a bit more malicious. But now we move on to Rabbit Hole. Not even that good of a spawn point. take a slightly different route to see if there's anything. Alright. Nothing there. Nope, that's a dead end. Nope, not in there. Okay, okay, everything's been found already. You're a bit tired, alright. Good night, Owen. We shall continue. It is the final 7, and here we go. Time for nominations. I will not confirm for this one. Okay, never mind. The RNG is not great. I will go briefly AFK for a moment after this round. And if the X is far enough, I might even consider trying to break the distance record, or like maximum distance record. Should I attempt it? I want to. I want to see if I can do it this time. I have to just hope for good RNG. I haven't gone for it in years, so this is my time to like try and see what happens. I've been going this way instead of continuing to go like straight out here, which I don't think was a good idea when I did it the first time, but now I'm doing it differently. Okay, this is going well. This is, I think, an improvement. Oh, this is gonna be really good. Definitely breaking the record here, I think. Come on, just a bit more. I don't know what the exact path would be to like optimize it completely, but I think this is it. 1940. $2,000's gotta be possible. I'm trying to remember what I had previously as my record. I thought it was like the 1800s. I'm gonna check right now. I got 1833. There's a full 100 more than that, although I'm not 100% sure if I broke the record since then. I feel like... I don't know why I feel like I remember getting the score in, like... I'm gonna have to check after... Oh yeah, wait, I decided to go AFK for something. Hold up. Alright, hold up. I'm just gonna spectate someone and go AFK for a brief moment. I almost clicked the wrong thing. I almost clicked the, yeah, almost clicked the wrong thing, but yeah. Here we go, okay. I'll be back in a moment. Okay. The players talk about their skillables and spawning in the game. So now, Wijdan, Kaylee Bear, and Trav have been nominated. You can still see me back there trying to... Ah, so close. Okay, now I have to actually try and get over there. I missed. Come on. Alright. Now I can get an up-close view. Trav has already finished. Oh. That's what my next experiment's gonna be, I think. The people praise the game and each other for doing a good job. Okay, that seems to be where I get teleported. Who's... Okay, Wishdan's at 4 out of 5. And Kaylee is at 0. Okay, Wishdan has finished. I do not think there's any way to go around the walls there, or the invisible teleporter. Okay, I have been teleported back again. Does it still... I would assume it still teleports me, in this situation, right? I would assume it doesn't. Maybe it's slightly different in this type of situation when there's no elimination challenge going on. Oh, nope, it still teleports you back. Mr. Me immediately scores 15. Is there any way to get around that? Or... I have no idea. I'm gonna test it out some more. Yeah, I'm not gonna get there in time, I don't think. If I go all the way, over here, and then try and go forward, what will happen? I still don't know, that's why I'm gonna see for myself. Even from there, it still teleports me back. There probably is no way to get around that. might have to test it out one more time, going all the way as far as I can. All right. Let's see. Still going as far as I possibly can. Okay. It's gonna work, but I can't get a good opportunity. And I also don't think... Okay, this is as much testing as I'm gonna be able to do before I get spawned back anyways. Okay, no, it still does that. Here's my last real chance to attempt it. Let's see if I can make it over Mr. Me and Wejdan have been nominated. But so now... Alright. It is jailbird time. Alright. Nope. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to get past that. Wishdon left immediately. Alright, but now we've reached the finale. I missed. Okay, I'm messing up the jump again. I'm still not consistent enough with it. Okay. But yeah. That was another 40-minute game, I think. Okay, I will look through a couple of things. Nope, that's the wrong thing. But yeah, 5 people in this one. Uh... Alright. I do not... I don't think I clipped any, other, like, distance from the X records or anything, so... I'm just gonna consider my, 1940 run my new best. it does seem like, I think 2,000 is just barely possible, but I haven't not figured it out if it is. So yeah, that was a really quick one. All right, confirm, confirm, confirm. You have a lot of confirms. So, Trev and Mr. Me end up getting chosen this time. All right. Okay, anyways. Oops, hold up. Mr. Me totally wins by default since the set's already out of the car. But unfortunately, he's not allowed to have the win since Trav is able to completely get rid of the car first. Alright, now we move on to Treetop Trail. Okay. I get the worst spawn point. What? That was a weird bounce. Certainly, not what I expected to happen, but yeah, let's see. See what happens. Who will it be? All right. So there we go. It is time for another 1v1. So now we get times up. This one I do not consider myself to be as good at anymore. So all right. That one got kind of close. I thought I'd still be like halfway through completing the final floor of that one. So yeah, now it's time for the finale again. So yeah. Spinning tower for that one. And who's going to make it up first this time around? Good luck, confirm. Trav in the lead by like 1 frame. I shouldn't have jinxed it. Leo now in the lead by like more than a frame. Everyone attempting the very fast strats for this one. still have yet to get a 227 on the spinning tower one yet. Although I have gotten probably within a few frames maybe. Okay, let me get back in line real quick. Actually, I messed up. Okay, never mind. So yeah, same 5 people again. So yeah, once again, here we are. The players talk about winning and getting eliminated. Yeah, at this point, why does the host have to explain it every single time if it's just all the same people? Or like, literally it's after the first time it's all explained. Okay, that was just lucky. I don't know who to pick. I probably just won't pick. And next time, I don't know. Because I'm not particularly aiming for winning the whole thing. All this at that time. Not sure. I'll probably just do it. Yeah, if I had to make a decision between multiple people, I probably just wouldn't. Alright. We've got one confirm. Will anyone else confirm? Alright. We do have our second confirmed, so it's Trev versus Mr. Me in the elimination for this one. Alright. And so now we enter the drop zone again. Alright. Who will make it? This one's pretty close. Oh. A bit of bad RNG at the end. And Mr. Me takes the win this time around. And so now we enter the final four. And this time the challenge will be Wobbly Bridge. Last time was a little bit better than usual. How will things turn out this time? I missed the ledge grab there. Okay, that was a bit better. That was not a ledge grab. Okay, I suppose that was slightly better. I made the same mistake again. Okay, that one was a lot better. I made the same mistake a third time. All right. Okay. Who will be chosen this time? If there are no confirms, I probably will go for the players that haven't gone up yet strategy. I am thinking about that, but that'll probably be where the bias goes towards if I haven't decided yet. And since Mr. Me already went last elimination, that'll probably direct my choice towards Leo instead. Okay. So now it's time for Human Cannonball. So let's see. That was close. Wow, 3 close targets. Well, that's the win, I guess. Okay. Now we can move on to the finale again. All right. We've got the faster tower for this one. So let's see how it all turns out. I think I'm gonna go for it. Okay, that worked. It always feels like it's a little bit close. Probably too far behind. I'll leave it going, but I usually hesitate a bit in situations like this. Okay. So that puts me 2 wins away. Yeah, we've still got the same 5 people again. don't know how long that's gonna keep going for. Okay. Still barely made it over the fence. So yeah. All the same stuff as usual. Everyone will participate in the challenge, and the winner of the challenge will nominate players for elimination. No more camera zooms for the next 15 seconds or so. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. The blue box has no reason to be there in a situation like this. So. Nah. I'm gonna experiment. I'm not really gonna directly attempt to win this one. So yeah. Okay. There we go. Group discusses being defeated and the strength of another player. We've got another situation kind of similar to last time. So now we've got... Oh, the lights are still moving there. So here we go. This time, Mr. Mansa being last. And so yeah, back to the final four. Alright, so now we move on to the people discuss a possible match against each other. Alright, I'm gonna go... Okay, never mind. Yep, that still works. Most of the time. So, we've got 2 confirms already. Let's see what happens. Alright. So now once again we now have the last elimination challenge before the finale. Alright, what will it be this time? Picture perfect. This one's usually interesting. Not even sure what my time was last time I did this one because I think it was like all low numbers. Alright. No mistakes in that one, surprisingly. So now we move on to the final 3. All right. Another one with the faster tower. So let's see who will make it first in this one. Yeah, that time I just decided to stick with the right side of that. Discuss the skill levels and scores of other players. So, I'm not too far away now. But now there's a nice line of 709, 708, 707, 706 from other players' win counts. It's strange how 2 years ago I was in the mid-40s on the leaderboard. And now I come back and I'm probably gonna end up back on the leaderboard in less than, well, I guess less than a week after I took the break. Because I came back on the 9th of August, I think. So yeah, it still has not even been a week, which is interesting. So, yeah, we just keep getting the same final five, all the same explanations regardless. I think we're ready. As if the entire server doesn't have a combined 8,000 previous game wins. Back to escape the pyramid, I guess. Alright. Not a good start. Oh. Wow. First try. Alright. So who shall be chosen this time? Will there be any confirms? Not yet, it seems, but I'll give it a moment just in case. We do have one confirm. Okay, I generated a random number because there's no more confirms. So now, here we are in Rockabye Baby. Let's see who will win this time around. Let's see. Both of them find squares immediately. Robert takes a bit of a lead. There is one shape that I've noticed. Robert and Trav are still looking for that final shape. It could be anywhere. I still know where Robert's final shape is. He's found it too, I think. Yep. Where's Trav's last shape though? I don't see that. I am still looking for it as well. Unless that one's also in... It's one of the more obvious positions, but I don't think. I'll look in first person and see if that helps. Huh. I still haven't seen it, surprisingly. But yeah, surprisingly, I have no idea where that final star is. It doesn't seem like anyone does. So, yeah. Now we have our first elimination of this round. And we shall move on. Start off with 1 point from Robert. I'm just gonna yellow it. I get nothing. Mr. Me gets 9 and takes the lead. And Mr. Me takes the win here. So, there we go. So, who will be nominated this time? Alright. It'll be myself versus Robert. We finally got another one of those words I've never heard of in Wordle. Okay, great. RNG. Exactly what we needed. And I always get the edge spawns in these because of I think because of how fast I join in these servers due to the device I'm on. So it's so fast that it puts me at a disadvantage. But let's see. Red top, blue base. Okay, I got unlucky. I'll just take the blue base. I don't think this is even a good strat. Because I still have to get the engine and the red top, which that's not happening. Yeah, not even close. Okay. Yeah, I'm never getting that high with these legs. Okay, apparently the hitbox for that's a bit larger than I thought. There's so many situations like that where I just don't want to take the win. If I'm not the first one to actually finish. But yeah. we'll go right side on this one. Okay, that didn't work. And that didn't work either, apparently. How? Okay, I'm not consistent with that at all. Yet. So yeah. Now there's only 4 of us. So these games will go a bit quicker, I suppose. Alright. Here we go again, after all the instructions have been read. One more time, just because, why not? Now it's time for shoot hoops. Usually this one's a bit more interesting. Starting to miss a few. feel like I got a lot more in than usual. 22. The very first time I did this, the very first time I did that challenge after coming back from the break, I got 23 and I still haven't matched that since. So, we have one confirm, and then will there be any other confirms? Okay, I have generated another random number in case there are no confirms. Okay. Okay, we are back to this one for some reason. Okay. We've got similar events happening again, except it's the final 4 instead of the final 5. That is the only difference. And hopefully all the shapes are actually somewhere this time. There's a few shapes there. Both of them find the triangle at about the same time. So yeah. Alright, after Trav has been eliminated, we are now down to the same... that's not even the same 3 people again, I don't think. No, it is not. But yeah. Back to another finale. Okay. all the explanations done. How will things turn out now? I will once again have to make the decision of left or right for the sweepers, spinners thing. Nope, it did not work. So yeah, once again we have our winner. I think it was Robert. Also, never even thought about the fact that even Outlast, it takes less time to load than Elimination Tower every single time something happens. So here we go. All right. Here we go. Once again, we are ready. Let's play more Elimination Tower. Let's just keep going. Is it just me, or have I never seen this loading message before? I'm not surviving this one. So, back to nominations. We have one confirm already. I'll just do the second confirm. 'Cause sure. All right. Okay, now we move on to hammer time. A lot more fast-paced. Okay. How will this go? I'm gonna get those probably. I did slightly worse at the end, but it's still enough for that round. So yeah. Back to the finale one more time. This time it's the same finale as last time. Same 3 people. Alright. I'm gonna go for the right side this time. Okay. So there's number 707 finally. I don't know if it'll put me on the leaderboard with me at 707, or if I have to actually get past that. Alright, okay. So I have finally made it on. That really did not take as long as I thought it would. And I got quite a few wins in the time I was in time that I was playing this. Although it does almost feel like too many of those were achieved simply by the fact that, like, all of us were just in the same lobby, half coordinating this almost. But yeah. Chances probably will be higher that if I grind this game off stream, it'll probably just be more of a solo grind. But maybe I'll keep it like, maybe I'll still keep it like this on stream. Okay, that got nothing. Wait, will this go? 7 points, looks like. This one ends up getting nothing. Oh, okay, that one just went straight through everything and went to, right to 15. So, only 2 scores past 0 on that one. The people say good game and talk about the top players. I will also say good game, I guess. Alright, so what will happen this time? We've got one confirm. But yeah. Let's see who gets chosen. person that will be going against Trav in the elimination is me, so let's see how that goes. Alright. It is time for Stunt Show. The one that only becomes interesting when you're not one of the people spectating. Alright. Let's see. Alright, got a 216 on that one. Now we are back to, once again, just the same final three. We're back to the spinning pole tower. I feel like now that my main goal is reached, I might just go for a just kind of a faster time and just see how that goes. That almost went terribly, but still going strong. Okay, never mind. That happened. I guess I'll untie myself with 50th, I suppose. All right. So there we go. Does it always just sort the leaderboard by the most recent person to get to a certain win count being on top? Nathan, Dylan, and I, and JJ and F3 are the only ones that are tied on the leaderboard, apparently. So yeah. I will probably just do one more for the night. Okay. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Oh. Okay, yeah, I'm not even close this time. Okay, I missed the gate entirely this time around. So yeah. I think we've now been in the exact same lobby for over 2 hours. If I'm not mistaken. And it's been the exact same 5 people for an hour and 36 minutes. With Mr. Me leaving part of the way through that. Feels like one of the better situations for ledge grabbing, but I can't get the... Okay. That was better. Okay. I don't know if I'm... Not bouncing off it. I'm gonna do it normally this time. Okay. So... Alright. Okay. It's like the fourth or fifth finale in a row where we've had the exact same finalists. Yeah, I felt like being more lenient on that one since I already reached my main goal of the stream. I don't really intend to go past it for now. I'll save that for the next stream. Probably. And I'm also gonna have to structure the thumbnail differently. Or like take different screenshots of the leaderboard every single time or something. But yeah. For now, that will probably be it. Okay, everyone left. I will leave too. I'll be back for more next time. But I'm gonna sleep for now. I'll see you next time in tomorrow's stream, which should... It's always the same time as the other Sunday stream. It's just a bit earlier than the Saturday and Friday ones. But yeah, bye.